Hey guys, we are going to try some inequalities today. All of these are going to be one-step inequalities, and they should be fairly straightforward. So we're going to start off with a very easy inequality. X plus 1 is less than 5. And remember, these are inequalities because they have that symbol, these new symbols, but we can solve them exactly the same as if they had an equal sign, as if they were equations. So I'm going to go ahead and draw my line down the center. I still want to get x all by itself. Remember, I went into math to find my x. So I want to get the x by itself. I'm getting rid of the number on the same side as x. So I'm getting rid of the plus 1. The opposite of plus 1 is going to be minus 1 on both sides. So I bring down my x, the 1's cancel. I'm going to keep the same symbol. So I no longer have an equal sign, I have a less than. I keep the same symbol from above, and 5 minus 1 will give me 4. So my answer is x is less than 4. Pretty easy. Let's try another one. So now we're going to try some multiplication. I'm going to solve this exactly as if it were an equal sign. So I know that a number next to a variable, that's a coefficient next to a variable, is being multiplied. There's a secret times sign right there. I'm trying to get rid of the number on the same side as x. So let's get rid of that times 5. The opposite of times 5 is going to be divide. So I divide by 5 on both sides. My 5's cancel. So I have x is less than, same sign, 5 divided by 5. That should give me 1. So my final answer is x is less than 1. All right, feeling pretty confident. Let's see if I can start to trick you guys now. So I'm going to try a division problem. Remember, when I see that fraction bar means divide. This is actually saying x divided by 2. So to solve it, I'm going to put my line down the center right over that inequality. I want to get rid of the 2. And again, that's x divided by 2. So the opposite of divide by 2 is going to be multiply. So times 2 on both sides. That goes away, so I have x. I keep the same signs. You'll notice my sign is now different. It is now greater than or equal to. So I keep that same sign down below. 5 times 2 will be my answer. So 5, 10. My answer is x is greater than or equal to 10. All right, if I haven't tricked you yet, let's see if I can get you with this last one. I'm going to write this last one in 2 different ways. So I'm going to have a scary looking decimal. I'm also going to write it on the side, and we'll do this after, as a scary looking fraction. So these are the same thing. You can go into Desmos to check if you want to see. I'm going to solve both of these because the process is exactly the same. Let's start on the left-hand side. This is a scary looking decimal, but this whole thing is a coefficient. This whole thing is a number next to a variable. And when I have a number next to a variable, I know they're being multiplied. So I'm going to do the opposite of multiply. So the opposite of multiply is divide. I'm going to divide by that entire number. I'm going to cancel that entire ugly decimal. So I bring down my x. I keep the same sign. 2 divided by 2.5. I'm going to need Desmos for this. If I type that all into Desmos, I should get 0.8. So that's my answer. Let's try this, though, with a fraction. So instead of a scary looking decimal, let's put a scary looking fraction in front. This is the exact same fraction, it's just written differently. So this is 5 halves, 5 over 2, is the same thing as 2.5. It's just in a different form. So let's get rid of this scary looking fraction. Same process. I'm going to circle that entire fraction. A number next to a variable is being multiplied. So I'm going to do the opposite of multiply. I'm dividing by 5 halves on both sides to cancel that out. So I should get x is less than or equal to whatever 2 divided by 5 halves is. Let's go into Desmos. It's too early to do this without Desmos. That answer should give me 0.8 as well. All right, we are going to be looking at some Desmos today. If you go into Desmos, this is called Shira the sheep, Friday Inequalities. This is Shira the sheep. We're going to see her in a second. She loves to eat grass, but she doesn't like water. And you'll see there's water on the right-hand side. So we're going to try and help her eat all the grass. If I go ahead and click try it, Shira will go right into the water and she sinks because she can't swim and she gets super upset. So we need to help her eat all of the grass without getting her into the water. So first things first, let's make sure she doesn't get in the water. I'm going to turn around this inequality. So instead of making her go right, instead of the answers being greater than or equal to, let's try the other direction. Let's try less than or equal to. Okay, so she's turned left. She's eating on the left-hand side, all that grass, but she's still unhappy because look at all that grass between 0 and 10 that she has not eaten yet. So we're going to help her eat the grass starting at 10. So I'm going to make her start at 10. So less than or equal to 10. She drops down right on the 10 and she eats all that grass. Look at her go. And look, she gives a little flip and she gives us a smile because she's happy. Let's try another example. So now I have 5x is greater than 15. Uh-oh, this is now one of those solving problems. Let's make sure I know how to solve this. So I'm going to solve 5x is greater than 15. We're going to draw that line down the center. A number next to a variable is multiplied. So I'm going to divide by 5 on both sides. My answer should be x is greater than 3. Let's go see if I got that right. So I'm going to go back in. I'm going to type x is greater than 3. Let's pretend, though, I changed the sign. Let's say that I got the sign just a little wrong. I switched the sign. Let's see what happens. Uh-oh, you'll see that there's a small rock. There's some dirt in this one. So when you see that dirt, Shira cannot start at the 3. This is not a greater than or equal to. This is just an equal. Or sorry, this is a greater than. And if we start her at greater than 3, she's able to eat all the grass. She gives us a flip. She doesn't go in the water. So you guys are solving all of these. All of these are one step. There's only one step to solve. Go ahead, see if you can help Shira get all of the grass. At the very end, give us some feedback about how you're feeling about inequalities. So the very last slide is that feedback. Give us some feedback about how you're feeling. Do you feel like you're getting it, not getting it, meh? Good luck. I have faith in you guys.